We've got tips and recipes for healthy living. So for fun and inspiration, come and join us in the raw food world.
Welcome everybody, this is Matt Monarch with the Raw Food World TV show, and today is April Fool's Day. And today we're going to the property once again, and we're going to be meeting our architect, Irie, our eco-fantastic architect. And there'll be other adventures on the way, I'm sure. So we'll see you in a moment. What you doing, honey?
I want to take some photos.
Second day at the land?
Second day at the land. Learning more and more, minute by minute.
What have you learned?
We've been learning about the wall situation over here. The wall collapsed a few days ago when there was really heavy storms, and we've just been looking at it with different people, getting different perspectives on what's going on. And yeah, it seems like because the wall over there is like a big concrete hefty thing, it's forced the direction of the river really harsh that way. And so that guy's land, all of this stuff over here, is being like constantly cut into, and we're gaining more land, but it's a kind of crazy situation because he's losing all his farmland, and we have this like little kind of whirlpool vortex thing going on here, which is like cutting into our land. So it's a bit of a mess basically right now. Like this situation right here needs some fixing. And yeah, just feeling incredibly enamored with the soil. It's just amazing. It's like you just end up with glitter on your hands when you're touching the soil. It's so rich.
What you doing over there?
We are creating a memento consciousness that we were here, and that conscious beings are going to rule this land now and bring it back into its natural beauty and complete masterpiece, intrinsic nature, and this is to commemorate that event.
So you think Angela and I got a good place to put our roots in?
Yeah, I think you guys are stoked. That's why it's Angela Stokes, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is great. I mean, you guys are going to learn a lot from here, and you're going to learn a lot about soil, but I can tell you having this river right here, powerful. Yeah, this might be the greatest soil on earth. Look at this. Let's come right here. I mean, this is like what women buy, put on their face, right? Yeah. It's all right here. Look at this. It's beautiful. You can see how look how it's rooted into it already. All this bamboo is already. This is what it wants. And then all these minerals and rocks and everything coming down from the Andes. I mean, this is the heart of the Andes. This is where it's happening. So I think you're going to be able to grow some really interesting stuff here. And it's a learning process. You know, you find out what the tree's like, you find out what your land is like, and you find out what the water table's like, and you just figure it out. It just kind of comes intuitively. But I'm stoked for you, and I think it's a great move. And this is actually what everybody out there who's watching should be doing, which is grow your own food, get your own place far away from the cities, and reconnect back to the earth. If you're living in a city right now, make a plan and get out. You know, it's just like New York City. There's people who have their place in the city, then they live in upstate New York also, so they maintain that connection to nature. Very important principle, because living inside a city, it corrodes your stress defense shield. There's just no way around it. Doesn't matter how healthy you are, how incredible you are, the stresses of the city corrodes that inner shielding, and you become susceptible. You gotta escape, and you gotta get back to the earth like this. And once you do this, you're grounded, right? You're back on the ground, you're connected back to the earth, and then you start feeling the real happiness. That's the thing. I mean, we're all like searching for happiness. It's automatic once you're in this situation. It doesn't matter what kind of problems are going on, what kind of stress, strain, whatever. Touch the earth, you're all good. And you get back, this is what I love. You know, one of my favorite things to do is when I go in my forest behind my house, is I stack stones, because it's one of the oldest things that humans have been doing on earth. Putting up little stone things like this.
Wow.
Right. Yeah, for the event? Yeah, what it means. Yep. Hey.
Hey guys.
Hey, Matt. All right. How you doing? What's happening?
Here by
We're
the
having
river,
a good time here.
Yes.
checking out the land.
Yep.
This is
Right.
We got a new can.
This is it.
We got a
You
new.
see it?
Oh yeah. And the nook shook.
Before last week, that was
We've never introduced Irie to the TV show.
Oh! Would you like to introduce yourself, Irie?
Hey, this is Irie,
just
hanging out on Matt and Angela's land in this beautiful, warm, what for me is winter weather.
It's winter.
Well, up where I come from.
Yeah. Irie's come down from Vancouver Island, Canada.
What's he doing here?
Well, we're checking out this is our first visit to the land. I just got off the plane this morning, so we're going to be spending a week here, all three of us, looking at the land and sketching up some plans for the new house. Woohoo!
Irie's going to be our architect for our house.
So we're looking at the beginnings of a food forest here in this rich, verdant valley in Ecuador, and some really cool living spaces where you can sit and pick your meal from the overhanging branches.
Nice. And how did we meet Irie? Angela met Irie once.
I was staying at Irie's house a few months back in Victoria. When I was giving talks up there, Irie is Katrina Rainershek's dad.
David Rainershek and Katrina Rainershek.
Yeah, and we all have juice feasting history,
Yeah.
because we did a 100-day juice feast up in Victoria last year. In Sansa.
Angela was telling me that you created an amazing beehive effect house.
Yeah, that was a while ago now when my kids were little. We built a house on Salt Spring Island, and it was I'll just describe this, it'll be a little bit hard to visualize, but it was two overlapping hexagonal patterns, and it's hexagons that the bees make. And out of that we dug the house into the hill on the north side and had these two living wings that came out on either side of a garden space in the middle. And so the whole house was kind of hunkered down facing the sun, and all of the rooms opened out into the garden.
Wow.
That was the idea. So the center of the house was this place full of light and inspiration, and all of it was as if you were in with your back up against a nice warm rock wall facing into the green space.
Wow.
So that's where Katrina and Haz and all the kids grew up when they were little.
We're so blessed to have you create us a magical place. I'm so excited to see the...
Blessed to be here.
We're so excited.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah, so we're actually just doing a tour with a lot of really interesting people.
Yeah. Dun, 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 dun.
Thanks for joining us. We'll see you again at the Raw Food World.